Memo bibia kwaba eba Melodies TV so. There is a very worrying report that is coming through, and this is coming from Reuters. Now, for people who listen to international news, Munim say Reuters one of the big and one of the biggest international news outlets. One of the biggest outlets in the world. You're from Reuters. Now, I'm on the story about one more say enipa bonifuo bi sa al-Qaeda foi mekanisa na nkrofo beti ase omo kunkum nipa ya al-Qaeda foi ISIS group yi ebi mo ababe campe wo Ghana tese wo mo find refuge wo Ghana wo mo use Ghana as supplies omo use Ghana as a refuge, and then omo use Ghana for their supplies inti na ya de bia ebe ha adwen what you say. It's something that probably is going to worry this country, and I think say it's sad. We need to talk about it. Into me read this story no I heard the breaking news and Reuters I reported. So this is Reuters website. I say Nairobi, Accra, October 24th. Reuters: Islamic militants fighting in Burkina Faso are discreetly using Ghana's north as a logistical and medical rare base to sustain their insurgency, 7 sources told Reuters, a move that could help them expand their footprint in West Africa. The sources, who include Ghanaian security officials and regional diplomats, said Ghanaian authorities appeared to be mostly turning a blind eye to the insurgents crossing over from neighboring Burkina Faso to stock up on food, fuel, and even explosives, as well as getting injured fighters treated in hospital. And yes, sir, nipa bonifui omo kon ewo Burkina Faso no nso mu use Ghana as omo base. Ena Ghana eno mo bombs ni na egu. Ghana eno mo jani gu. Ghana ha say no mo kokokun wie na ye bubo mu tuo no mo pra omo ba hospital ewo Ghana ha. Na Ghana mpanyimfo ni nim say nyama bi say ekoso. Na nso Ghana mpanyimfo no eyomoni. That is the report coming from Reuters. Okay? Now, I see, but they said that approach, while so far sparing Ghana from the kind of deadly Islamic attacks that have plagued its neighbors, risk allowing militants to put down roots in the country and recruit in some marginalized local communities. Now, the worry this could bring to Ghana, and they say, "Yanheya, enkrofu kwa omo kono, omeba be pe Ghana mbebunu bia sebe." Omuni ejumaye ne de omo akomo ho no omo akwa tieti ha ne ye pe Ghana ye recruit Ghana mbebunu a obehwe no na Ghana mbebunu na nkasa na hyase ye wo Ghana for so because ya tro e na afei ebia omo pese omo de ba omo nkasa omo man so. As Ghana shares a 600-kilometer 372-mile border with Burkina Faso, the country at the heart of an insurgency that has killed thousands, displaced millions, and according to some experts, turned the Sahel region into the epicenter of global terrorism, as factions loyal to al-Qaeda and Islamic State expand their presence. Burkina Faso has lost control of over half its territory as a pro-al-Qaeda group known as Jenim gained ground. A Jenim leader this week told French broadcaster RFI that it was aiming to push into Ghana, Togo, and Benin. It is nipa bonifui omoni Burkina Faso queen. Omo say omo ni da so ene say omo be buera Ghana, no mo buera Togo, as also buera Benin. I say unlike Benin and Togo, Ghana has not suffered a major attack. Boniface Gambila Adagbila, Ghana's ambassador to Burkina Faso, told Reuters the militants were taking advantage of porous borders and saw Ghana as a safe haven, but denied suggesting that the authorities had de facto struck a non-aggression pact with the jihadists. He said Ghana was working with Burkina Faso to flush them out. So, I say, avoiding disturbance to supply lands. I say, Ghana, which holds elections on December 7th, is seen as a strong democracy and has a close relationship with Western nations, especially the UK and the US, who regularly praise it for its role in promoting peace and security in the region. Also, the absence of real attacks on Ghana soil seems to result from GNUM's calculus of not disturbing supply lines and places of rest, as well as not provoking a relatively strong army. The Netherlands Institute of International Relations said in a report. Now, not just Mbrofo na say we didn't yakra na omo attack Ghana yet, because they've attacked Togo, they've attacked Benin, they've attacked Burkina Faso, but omo attack Ghana. Now the reason in here, Mbrofo say Nkrofo omo attack Ghana, they say Ghana na akwa yo mufie. Sabi yesi baby a unsay if you say then baby a udidi wo unsay ho say then. Aha, nti akwa say Ghana yo mufie. Nti Ghana na yo mufie no eka ho bi e na omo attack Ghana ye. Aside that nso no relative no Ghana for army no omoni edin. And also can be na Nkrofo e attack Ghana nti Mbrofo ne nsem omo ka because omo tena se dwen ho a di nti na ye attack Ghana, and that is the reasons are omo arrive at. Also, the organization said Ghana was tackling the threat in a number of ways, including joint operations with neighbors. Yet, to avoid escalation, it also appears to have accepted de facto non-aggression with GNIM. Klingendal said, citing high-ranking government sources who said that disrupting the supply network risked provoking violence. And now, ebi muso tesa as a Ghana krano yenesa nipaboni fui aye agreement say yen say omonyama into mo nso attack Ghana and nso ye ebi mu nso mo ka because yenim ne ekoko say omonyama omo de bufuo beba Ghana for so and nso ye allegation na eda ho. As a senior Ghanaian security official told Reuters that militants do use Ghana as a rare base for launching attacks elsewhere and also seeking medical treatment. However, the official, who asked not to be named due to sensitivity of the issue, said they were monitored and sometimes used as informants. There were also cases of militants being handed over to Burkinabe authorities. We've arrested a lot of terrorists in the past and handed them over to Burkina, the official said, adding that Accra preferred to handle the cases discreetly. Ghana's information ministry declined to comment. In Tomoko Bisa, the information to Ghana Information Ministry nim say ensemo a ACC ni yesemo kra no mo ne nkrofo ne kra ye adwuma sometimes kra ne yesemo tumi chi omo bi e de omo koma Burkina Faso yese empanifo ni nim say sa nkrofo e use Ghana nanso omo beso mbeboso e ma Ghana fo ayeden ate said ye ekoso wo Ghana ni ntie ko bisa Information Ministry say e den na ekoso e ye no kwai se mo amakwan say sa nipa bonifo ni use Ghana na Information Ministry so mu ni hweka. When they first emerged in West Africa 20 years ago, Islamic militants, mainly then from Algeria, operated in northern Mali, and the government at the time adopted an informal non-aggression pact. Bamako helped negotiate freedom for Westerners kidnapped by the militants, who in return did not carry out attacks in Mali. As violence spread following a jihadi offensive in Mali in 2012, officials in Burkina Faso and Niger tried at various times similar arrangements. They all collapsed as the insurgency gained strength or government fell. Anger at heavy losses in clashes within militants has triggered coups in all three countries since 2020. Juntas that seized power have all expelled Western military support and turned to Russia for help instead. Western nations have since refocused resources on efforts to shore up the northern regions of Benin, Togo, Ghana, and Ivory Coast, which border the Sahel. Now, also active in Ghana, Ghana is a centerpiece of that pivot to the coast. When asked why the militants had so far refrained from attacking Ghanaian targets, the Ghanaian official said, "You won't destroy where you sleep, would you?" It's exactly as I'm saying. Tiebisa Sankrofui said, "No more attack Ghana, no. Omo attack Ghana yet, no more attack Togo, Benin, Burkina Faso." Say, why the best say bibi awada? Glenn Jindal said that of the 40 incidents recorded in Ghana since 2015 that were suspected of being linked to violent extremist groups, only 2 involved actual violence. The rest involved forces moving through territory, trying to recruit fighters, picking up supplies, or seeking refuge. Violent extremists are indeed active in Ghana. So I think we say ye Ghana for say womu ni Ghana, womu Ghana. Omo Ghana pansa extremity e yadia womu Ghana. just that yana omo emba Ghana ma mesai Ghana ba Ghana na ye omo ba beda Ghana ye omo beji ayaresa ati ase o say arms experts have in the recent years traced explosive charges and detonator cords used in bombs targeting UN and government troops in Mali back to mining operations in Ghana, according to a UN report seen by Reuters. Aaron Atimpe, a researcher on preventing violent extremism, said militants crossing into Ghana were recruiting among local communities. It is not just an area where they can rest and get supplies. In the process, people are being radicalized and recruited. Inti no ha omoka se Ghana nso na womu recruiting imbebnu na basically no nsensem a womu nyina e kan se ade we e koso e wo Ghana na nso abanya yekum na nkrofo ne nso no ewiewia Ghana emebnu kakra e de kom ho da se ne ka no ahase no moda inti na ase omo attack Ghana no. This is dangerous. This is serious. Now Ghanaians are reacting to this. Let's read comments and see what Ghanaians are saying about this. Ghana for them no more. Obviously strange that our Ministry of Information declined to comment. Until Obi someone can say, one say Ministry of Information and Kasa also. Or see, read the same article, quite unsure what to make of it, and ambivalent about whether it justifies raising the alarm as Nada did on his visit to the US. I say, if this is true, then the government has failed badly in this regard. Security is paramount in securing our territorial integrity and protecting the people, as the president pledged to do in his oath of office. There are so many lapses in our security system. I say, this is scary. I am scolded. The media isn't talking about it. Kwasia Boy said JM was being financed by Russia. Your government is being financed by jihadist group, so they can travel freely into our peaceful country when we are heading towards election. Also, you people must be very careful what you publish about Ghana. So a lot of people talking about this. Montreal Mwaji comment box, but this is scary. This is scary. Montreal Mwaji, me that say.